Every major country has a central bank, and in Brazil, that's the Banco Central do Brasil. Its job is to manage the money supply, supervise banks, and keep the real stable, crucial for everyone from São Paulo shopkeepers to Amazon farmers. But its most critical task is controlling inflation, the rise in prices that erodes purchasing power. Think of the central bank as the conductor of Brazil's economic orchestra, stepping in to cool things down or boost growth as needed. These decisions are made by a committee of experts called Copom, whose choices affect everything from car loans to grocery prices. The bank's independence is vital. When people and investors trust it, jobs are created and prosperity grows. Any uncertainty at the top can send ripples through the economy. As of December 6, 2025, Brazil's central bank faces a unique challenge. 2 of its 9 board members are set to depart at month's end, leaving key positions vacant. This rare situation raises questions about how the bank will steer the economy in the coming months. The reasons are tied to politics and governance, and the consequences could be felt by all Brazilians. Let's explore what's at stake. The central bank's 9-member board sets Brazil's key interest rate and oversees vital economic functions. At the end of December 2025, directors Diogo Guillen and Renato Gomes, responsible for economic policy and financial system organization, will step down. Normally, the president nominates successors, and the Senate confirms them, ensuring a smooth transition. This time, the process has stalled. President Lula isn't expected to name replacements before year's end. With Congress on recess until February, no new directors can be approved in time for the crucial January policy meeting. The departing directors will leave as scheduled, creating a leadership gap in 2 critical departments. Their expertise and perspectives will be missing from the policy debate, placing extra pressure on the remaining board members. The Director of Economic Policy prepares the analysis for interest rate decisions, while the Director of Financial System Organization keeps the banking sector stable. Their absence isn't just administrative, it introduces uncertainty at a pivotal moment for Brazil's economy. The board will have to operate with fewer voices and heavier workloads. This situation is causing concern among economic observers. The stakes are high, and the transition is anything but routine. How the bank manages this gap will shape Brazil's economic outlook. The delay in appointing new directors isn't economic, it's political. Tensions between President Lula and the Senate have created a bottleneck, stalling key appointments. A standoff over a Supreme Court nomination has spilled over, affecting the central bank. The government is delaying nominations to avoid Senate rejection or political crossfire. With Congress out until February, the earliest new directors could join is for the March policy meeting. This leaves January's decisions to a smaller board. The episode highlights how political disputes can disrupt even independent institutions. The central bank's autonomy is real, but it's not immune to the political climate. The delay is a direct result of broader political struggles impacting economic governance. In January 2026, Copom will likely meet with just 7 members, a situation unseen since at least 1998. The responsibilities of the departing directors won't vanish. The remaining board must absorb their duties. This increases pressure on the current directors, including Chief Gabriel Galípolo, as they prepare for a critical policy decision. All 7 remaining members were appointed by President Lula, raising questions about the board's diversity and independence. Even if decisions are technical, the optics could invite political criticism. With fewer voices, the range of debate narrows, and each vote carries more weight. The established rules for a 9-member board won't apply in the same way. The absence of 2 key directors could affect the quality and perception of the decision-making process. The board's ability to maintain credibility and stability will be tested. The stakes for this meeting are higher than usual. Every decision will be scrutinized by markets and the public. The upcoming Copom meetings come at a critical time for Brazil's economy. GDP growth has slowed to just 0.1% in Q3 2025, pressing the bank to consider cutting interest rates. Lower rates could boost borrowing and spending, helping the sluggish economy. But inflation remains stubbornly above the 3% target, with the Selic rate at a two-decade high of 15%. The board faces a tough choice: cut rates and risk inflation, or keep them high and risk further slowdown. The absence of two directors adds complexity to this delicate balancing act. Markets are divided on whether the bank will act in January or wait for a full board in March. A decision by a smaller, all-Lula-appointed board will be watched closely for signs of division or uncertainty. Investors want a clear, unified message. Any hint of discord could trigger market volatility. The outcome will shape Brazil's economic trajectory for months to come. The pressure is on for the central bank to get it right. To grasp the stakes, let's break down interest rates. An interest rate is the cost of borrowing money, or the reward for saving it. The central bank's Selic rate sets the benchmark for all other rates in Brazil. When the Selic rises, borrowing gets more expensive, cooling the economy and fighting inflation. Higher rates also encourage saving, reducing demand and keeping prices in check. Lowering the Selic has the opposite effect. Borrowing and spending rise, boosting growth. But too much stimulus can fuel inflation, as more money chases the same goods. The central bank's job is to find the Goldilocks rate, not too high, not too low. This decision affects mortgages, car loans, savings, and business investment. For businesses, it shapes the cost of expansion and job creation. For families, it impacts the cost of living and financial security. The art of central banking is balancing growth and inflation for the nation's well-being. That's why every rate decision matters to every Brazilian. While President Lula hasn't announced his picks, several names are circulating for the two vacant director roles. One plan: move Paulo Pichetti, current Director for International Affairs, into the economic policy role. That would open up his current post for a new appointee. For the financial system organization role, the government may promote from within. Names like Angelo Duarte, Carolina Bora, and Rogério Luca are in the mix. These candidates bring deep institutional knowledge and technical expertise. The government needs nominees who are both qualified and acceptable to the Senate to avoid a drawn-out confirmation fight. The final choices will signal the administration's priorities and the central bank's future direction. Markets will be watching for signs of independence and competence. The right appointments can help restore confidence and stability. The central bank's vacancies and political delays create uncertainty, something markets hate. Investors crave predictability from institutions like the central bank. When the board is in flux, market volatility can follow, affecting the real and the stock market. This isn't just a problem for big investors. It hits ordinary Brazilians too. If investors lose confidence, the real could weaken, making imports more expensive and fueling inflation. Everyday goods, from fuel to food, could cost more, squeezing family budgets. Businesses may delay investments, slowing job creation and wage growth. The government could face higher borrowing costs, leaving less for public services. Resolving the appointment issue quickly is crucial for economic stability. The longer uncertainty lingers, the greater the risk to Brazil's economy and people. The central bank's credibility is on the line. Stability depends on swift, decisive action. The central bank's board vacancies are a test of Brazil's political and economic institutions. Political friction has created uncertainty for an institution meant to be stable and independent. The January 2026 policy meeting will be a key moment. Can a 7-member board make a credible, independent decision? The directors must reassure markets and the public that their choices are technical, not political. Swift appointment of qualified, independent directors is essential to restore confidence. The process will test the government's ability to put stability above politics. The central bank's effectiveness directly impacts jobs, savings, and the cost of living for all Brazilians. The world is watching to see how Brazil meets this challenge.